Okay, so our iPad's on. We'll go over to the Solo app. We'll have that ready. Let's turn on the power for the controller. You've got to hold the button for a while. We'll get that booting up. You can see the progress bar there. We'll also turn on the quadcopter, the smart battery. Hold that down for a moment, and it's indicating that it's powering up. It's making noises. That's all good. Have had it give me magnetic interference trouble code before. It'll come up on the screen here that it has magnetic interference. It also asked a couple times while I was filming, seemingly randomly, just for a level calibration. But it's never asked me to calibrate the compass, so I'm not sure why that is. Okay, so this is good news. It's linked to the Solo this time. Of course, this is a sample size of 1 in this location, so we've got 10 satellites. So it still says searching for GPS. I think it waits a few minutes or a little while before it recognizes that it has a GPS lock and gives it the okay to actually fly. So it goes through some self-checks in that regard. So let's go ahead and open up the Solo app. My hands are completely dirty from doing some painting project, so please ignore that. Go to Fly Solo. Let's see, we do not have a live feed because the GoPro's not on. Okay, Solo gave some beeps indicating it's ready to go, and indeed the controller says it's ready to fly. So let's turn the GoPro on manually, and hey, look what we got there. We've got looks like a perfect picture there. What appears to be a tree, which is actually this plant. Okay, so let's try to start recording. Here's where I've had a lot of problems. Let's see. There we go. There's a problem. So I started recording on the GoPro using the recommended settings from 3DR, and nothing. So it says ready for takeoff, hold fly to start motors, but I've got no video link or feed. Now I can stop the recording, but unfortunately our display or live feed is gone. So something that helped me a few times was just to double tap here, get rid of everything that was on there, go and reopen the app. Sometimes I'll let it sit here for a little while, show on itself. I don't really know if that's an issue, but okay, let's try to, okay, we've got our feedback, and okay, now it's different. See, it's got these blue lines on it now, so that's a different problem, but similar. And they communicate through Wi-Fi it communicates through Wi-Fi to the controller. So the controller acts as a relay from the quadcopter to the controller to the iPad. So slightly different that time. Let's double click here again. Close that. Try again. This is pretty much the issue I've been having. Yeah, it recognizes the Solo app is connected. Go to Fly Solo. We have video feed. And again, nothing. So now the GoPro is recording. So the app is functioning in that it can start and stop the recording in the GoPro. And if you press this button, you can even go in and change the settings. So that's functioning. But it has not yet today been able to give us a live video feed once we're recording. But occasionally, there we go. It did it. So that was what, 4 times? So let's hold fly to start the motors. Now, of course, we don't have the props on, so we're going to let the props shut off on their own, which they should do. Right about now, there we go. So and it stopped recording. Okay, so we'll put the props on. Let's see if we can start the recording again. In my experience, this is pretty decent sample of the problem that I've been having. About 1 out of 4 times or 5 times that I start the recording, it just it will actually work, and the rest of the time it just crashes. Let's see if it can do it again. Nope, crashed again. And at first I was starting everything over until I realized it was just the app. Nope. Do it a few more times. This is extremely frustrating in trying to actually take video or have something else that's going on at the same time, as you can imagine. Okay, now we got some lines across the screen, so you can see that. This is just really not acceptable. There's something wrong here. And this is a very clean RF environment. I mean, there's nothing wrong here. I fly models all the time. I've had the spectrum analyzer out here. It's very, very clean. So, try again. Okay, the app closed itself there. Okay, let's try again. What's going on there? Nope, black screen again. I've had the GoPro in and out. I've had different cards in it. It seems to always be the same story. So I've had even different types of cards. It's giving me 3 beeps now. So it's not even recording. Let's turn the GoPro on and off. See if that helps. The app seems to crash as well, just on the iPad. Okay. Oh, there we go. We're actually recording now. So let's move back from here, and we'll go and actually take off. And as you can see, everything's working just swell right now. This is just great. So when it's working, it's working. It's not working, it's really not working. So we'll go ahead and back it up here. There's another thing about the controller that doesn't work, and that's it that I've found so far. We're bringing it back right over us. And there we are. So this part's real spectacular. The gimbal tilt works fine, but the gimbal presets do not work. So let's have a look at those gimbal presets in a moment once we're landed. But that's the issue I've been having with Solo, the main issue. If it was just the gimbal presets that didn't work, I probably wouldn't complain or really worry about it much. I would just, the gimbal works fine. I haven't really been using the Smart Shots cable cam or orbit functions because I've just been flying it manually. I know the return home works, so it's got a lot of intelligence on board. It truly is smart. But because it has a Pixar 2 in it, so that's a good stable platform by now. It works really well, but this this controller connectivity is just garbage. It really doesn't work well, so that's the problem I've been having. So let's land it and that gimbal preset problem. I've decided to fly around some more, and just because we had it up in the air and everything's working right at the moment, but it really is smooth flying. It takes great video. I really wish this thing worked, and I might invest some more time and effort trying to get it to work. But yeah, it's just kind of a bummer. I mean, it's such a beautiful, good product, except for that it doesn't really work reliably. So let's get it back on the ground. I'll get a couple more shots here and land it, and then we'll discuss that gimbal preset problem. Okay, one thing also it does is it stops the GoPro recording as soon as it lands and disarms the motors automatically. So in case you were wondering. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it off. Let's turn it off. GoPro is shut off because I did that. And get rid of the app. Shut down the iPad, and we'll power the controller down. But I think we've proven our point here is that there is a problem with the connectivity. This is not normal. So we're in a good RF environment. It's still happening. So we've got Bluetooth off as well on the iPad. So that's not an issue. There's really nothing else out here that can cause this kind of interference that I know of. So anyway, back to the shop.